Hello, air signs. Welcome back. This is going to be your reading for the first 2 weeks of November. We're going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for you. If I can't get you some messages, guidance, insight into what might be going on or what might be coming up for you. This is a general reading, so just take what applies. Never give your power away to a reading. You ultimately have the power to choose differently at any time and jump into another timeline if you so choose. So without further ado, air signs. This is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So if you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and any of those placements, this reading could be for you. Let's jump into your reading and find out what's in store for you for the first 2 weeks of November. All right, I'm using my sacred geometry deck here to get a... Wow, that happened fast. I love it. You guys have the frequency of miracle, 33. Water signs had 22 before you. Okay, so the frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Okay, so this idea of believing in yourself, okay, believing in yourself to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, believing in yourself that you can overcome something, you know, that if it feels like it's really dire, like you can still rise above it, you can create your own miracles, that kind of energy coming through right now for you, air signs. We're going to go into the fairy oracle and find out what other messages we have for you for the first 2 weeks of November. Air signs. How are you guys all doing? I hope you're all well. All right. What do we have? What messages do we have? Too many cards. What messages do we have for my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? Here we go. Beautiful. We have the bright mother. She's very much Empress energy, but she's the nurturer of all. Let's just go into like this idea of fertility. Yeah, like, okay, iris of the rainbow. Okay, so this is okay. This card comes out when you're going through a little bit of a storm internally, okay, an internal storm. It could be an external storm. There could be like shit going on in your life, like around you, that's just chaos. But when this card comes out, it means that you're about to leave the storm, or you're on the way. Like the clouds are starting to part, the rainbows are kind of coming in, that kind of thing. It's not over just yet, but there is reprieve, okay, coming in. There's reprieve, and you're on the way out. Like you're no longer like still riding the storm or going into the storm. Is what that energy is. So this idea of the bright mother, like a new growth, new fertility, it could be something inside of you that is wanting to take form or shape. Okay, this card came out in your pre-shuffle, the Sage. You know what else also came into your, now that I'm reading this, what else came out was the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles right after each other in the pre-shuffle. And so I'm getting the sense that there's like some sort of new beginning here around with the Ace of Cups. It's something like new cycle of love or joy, something that really like warms your heart, really kind of just, it makes your heart want to expand. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in, which is a very successful, abundant prosperity energy, okay, that's trying to start. So like new cycles of all of this kind of really kind of coming in. So when you have this idea of like going through, I feel like there may have been some struggles here or whatever. With the Sage coming out, there's this need for wisdom. Wisdom's really pulsing through to the forefront here for me. You needing to gather all of your wisdom to help yourself get out of this storm, so to speak. It's almost like when I look at this card, it's like you're going to stare the storm in the face and face it head on. Okay, in order to, okay, so they just showed me Gandalf, where like he takes a staff and like hits the ground. It's almost like you're going to have to really pull on your own energy and and really like use your own energetic force to make this storm like go away. And the only way it's going to go away is by you really understanding your true essence, who you are. There's something within you that wants to kind of come out. There's something here that is really fertile and ripe for like coming, like poking through the soil, like the wanting to birth through, wanting to see the light. There's something here that wants to see the light. And I get this sense of like that some of you may have not believed in your true power, that you actually have this power to do this. There's this idea for you air signs right now that there is also the power of you. You see in his eyes, okay, there's a glass eye and then there's the regular human eye. The glass eye is what sees beyond the realms, okay? It's you see beyond these. It's like the third eye kind of a thing, but there's something within you that's like, as the sage, you can look, it's like you can go back in time, forward in time, you see it all. It's like you have this 360 perspective on everything that you can't see in this world. I feel like for you, air signs, like that's something that you want to bring into your awareness here. Okay. And we got Geo the Slow. This came out in... I think it came out in fire signs reading. Okay. So there's this need to Geo the Slow, to slow something down. Okay, not go so fast, not rush through the process. That it's going to require a little bit of patience, non-reactivity. Okay, so don't get disheartened if things are moving slow, is what I just heard. That just trust that you're building strong foundations, and these foundations that you're building are going to also be building the foundations of your own self-belief in yourself. Okay, of that. So. Let's see here. Just a little bit jittery right now. Okay, I just want to go into the Bright Mother for the book. There's something in here. Okay, there we go. Camera's doing some funny things today. Yeah, creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. Air signs, there's a part of you that has needed some shelter, some reprieve from the storm, some nurturing from somewhere. And flip the energies if this isn't you and maybe you're doing this for someone else. But there's this idea of like really needing like some sort of like, yeah, this shelter like coming around you to kind of just kind of hold you or take you in and just let you know like that, kind of protect you through parts of the storm that you just didn't know if you could get through. If that makes any sense. Okay, the Bright Mother is the guardian of family life. This feeling of there may be something going on with family that is at the root of this storm, or family may be providing some shelter for you through the storm. So the Bright Mother, she speaks of fertility, nurturing yourselves or others. She indicates marriage or birth of a child or a deepening of any kind of relationship. So apply this to a relationship if it's the case, but I'm getting a sense that there's a deepening of intimacy or relationship to you, to yourself, that's needed here. That it's time for you to really get intimate with who you are and really go into the depths of how you perceive yourself and what you believe you're capable of in this world, what you're truly... what you may have held yourself back from and what you're actually capable of, maybe two separate things. So that's what's kind of really coming through. And just taking care of yourself, like really taking care of yourself is important at this time. So I'm going to go into the tarot here for you air signs and get you some deeper readings. Okay, we have the Chariot card in reverse. So this is all about being stuck. This is about not moving forward, not taking the guidance that maybe was trying to come through. This card wants to come out. Wow. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, so with these two cards coming up, the Seven of Cups just means that there is something now that you're starting to see as the clouds are starting to part, okay, as the storm is starting to pass, that what you were really stuck or there was something that you weren't moving forward on, or you were really like lacking direction for movement forward, and you're finally getting some clarity on the issue. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it can talk about like the Cups of Illusion, like too many choices, and I feel like now like you're starting to get some clarity on what is right for you, okay, as the storm clouds are starting to part. That there's some clarity also kind of coming in here for you, which is great. I'm feeling like that's something that you've been needing or looking for through whatever you've been going through. Okay, what other messages do we have here for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? We have the Eight of Swords. It's about being trapped in your head. Oh, the Eight of Swords. The prison that we put ourselves in mentally. Okay, so this to me is, do you believe in yourself? Do you know what you're actually able to do? Do you know what you're actually able to create? What you're capable of is basically it. Like when we go back to that Sage card, and I talked to you how they showed me Gandalf like taking his staff and just sticking it in the ground, like showing your true power, like not hiding behind this disbelief in yourself, or just too many thoughts, okay, clouding the judgment. It's about stepping out of the self-imprisonment and really owning the power that is truly within you. Like this, it's time. It's time. Like it's just this feeling of it's time to take ownership over something within yourself. Like really start to nurture this part within you, not let it be avoided, or not let it take a back burner anymore. I feel like it's maybe for some of you taken a back burner for quite some time. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands energy talks about when it's upright, you know, there's some sort of communication or messages that you'll be receiving, or something coming in here of passionate nature, but it's in reverse. For you, air signs, I'm getting a sense of like you're denying your own. See, when the page is younger energy. Page is to me, pages are really like inner child. And there's a denial of your own creative, childlike energies, your own creative process, but also that you've been receiving messages of that are quite passionate messages, but perhaps you've been blocking them, or you haven't been giving them enough attention, or the attention that they deserve at this time, because you've been so trapped in this self-imprisonment. So they're getting kind of shut out, is what I'm kind of feeling. Like you've been shutting out these messages of something passionate, something that lights your fire, something that really sparks life for you. Okay, something in your vicinity, your world, your who you are. Okay, something along those lines that you've been denying some of this, and I'm getting the sense that it's time to not deny that any longer, to release yourself from the prison as you get some of this clarity so that you can move forward. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups in reverse. Something has not been coming together for you, air signs. Something was just not coming into union. For some reason, I'm just, this may be you and someone else, but I'm really getting a sense, though, that this is like the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself haven't been matching up. Like, it's almost like I'm seeing, like, trying to come and then just missing each other and like going over top. Like there's this trying to bring the masculine and feminine energies in. Okay, and that could be, take this, if it's involved someone else, place it there. But for those of you that it's not, like this is about you. Like there's been something here that's just kind of missing the boat, like not connecting, not coming into union within yourself. But then you have this, okay, there we go. It's a delay on the other camera. So we have this Queen of Wands energy coming in, and when I look at this card, look at the similarities between the Miracle card over here, okay, and then her. Very similar colors here. This is your Miracle, okay, and this Miracle is about, now that she's going to fall under the Chariot, okay, and the Chariot was all about this movement that wasn't happening, okay, feeling stuck, not being able to go forward with something, not being able to get the wheels to turn, or not following the or feeling like you can't find the directions to where you need to go, okay. The Queen of Wands is very determined energy, very action oriented, very confident, and it's time to activate that part of you. It's time to activate the part of you that really stands in your power more, like not being always pushing yourself to the sidelines, like allowing yourself to come front and center. Okay, there's this feeling that perhaps through the storms and all of that, like you realize like you've always pushed yourself to the sidelines, and now it's time for you to come forward so that you can finally start making some movement and some progress in certain areas of your life. Especially on the things that just weren't coming together and wanting to, but just always missing. This is the energy that you want to be embodying right now. That it's kind of being asked of you as through the guidance to really channel your power and channel that determination and confidence in yourself, knowing that you are capable of achieving anything that you want, and that you are at a time right now, air signs, that this is very possible. Okay, this is very possible for you. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit here. My throat is feeling a lot better, but it's still healing. It's like I can tell it's on the tail end of it, but when I start talking for a lot, it starts to hurt. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Air signs. Okay. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Moon, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm really getting a sense like, okay, so this is great. When they have the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is all about you releasing a lot of pain, something you've carried heavy burdens over, something you've carried really heavy burdens of is now getting released out of you. Like you're finally at a point now where you can release this kind of burden on your back. And we have the Moon and we have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Moon energy to me in this particular reading with you, air signs, is I don't get so much of I don't get confusion here, okay, when I'm seeing the Moon. I'm seeing more of like, oh, So they're showing me, you know, in the DreamWorks movies, the little kid that sits on the edge of the moon, and this idea of like, as a child, like you had these dreams, you had these wishes, anything was kind of possible. It's attached to your Ten of Pentacles, which is long-term success. Okay, so you have some sort of energy of long-term success coming in here that's tied into needing to revisit that part of you that would wish upon a star or would, gosh, there's a lot of child energy coming through in the water signs and in yours. That this idea of, okay, so I'm seeing that it's about going back in time for you air signs. There's a place to go back into time when you were able to tap into, even if it wasn't when you were a child, but where you had that childlike energy or the spirit within you still. It wasn't zapped out of you yet, or at least diminished. And it's about going back in time to that in order to uncover or open your long-term success here. There is some sort of abundant gift, okay? And when I say gift, I mean it more from like a spiritual sense, okay? I'm talking, this is a feeling way more spiritual than like actual financial. That there's something here that, and I mean, when you have this kind of energy coming in on a spiritual level, it can always translate into financial success, okay? Because you then start projecting that energy in. But I'm not getting so much sense about that for right now. Like that's not what this is about. For some of you, it might be, but for the majority of you, I'm feeling more of like, this is about a journey of self. This is about your journey of going through something that was quite stormy and now coming out on the other side and finally like having the courage to move forward on something, to revisit the dreams, to revisit the possibilities again, to start to discover your own power and to activate that within you. That's what I'm really feeling for you, air signs. One last card here for air signs. One last message. Too many cards. I just want, oh my gosh, they're all like falling out here. I just want one card. Give me one. Give me one. Yes. And after your Ten of Pentacles, we then have this Nine of Pentacles energy. So again, this is, okay, so the message here, which was very similar in another reading that I'm getting, this isn't just about you achieving successes on your own like the Nine of Pentacles energy is. Yes, it is, but, and for some of you it will apply, but it's more of a return to flow. Okay, that's return to being in harmony with the energies of your true nature, not the nature of anything, like your true nature. Okay, coming back to who you really are and what lights you up, and investing in your own flow is what's really the message that's kind of coming through here. So air signs, I hope these messages were helpful for you. I hope that this reading resonated. If you guys need any more information or your own personals, all that information is in the description below. I love you guys. Have a wonderful first 2 weeks of November, and I'll be back with you all soon.